Hey kids, have you ever tried something that seems impossible? Maybe it was finally beating your older brother at video games. Or maybe it was getting a perfect score on your spelling test.
Well, today we're taking another look at the story of Moses.
And how God asked him to do something that seemed impossible. Moses went from living like a prince to living like a shepherd.
We learned in the last story that Moses was raised by Pharaoh's daughter. He grew up in the palace, but then had to run away because he killed a mean Egyptian man.
Now Moses is living in the fields in the wilderness and taking care of some sheep.
And while he was out there caring for the sheep, something crazy happened. God spoke to Moses through a burning bush.
Now that seems impossible, doesn't it? But it really happened. Moses saw the bush on fire, but it wasn't burning up.
He wanted to get a closer look, so he started to walk towards it. And as he got closer, he heard someone calling his name.
It was coming from the bush. God was talking to Moses through the bush, and he gave Moses some important instructions. God told Moses to go back and rescue his people.
Remember how angry Moses was when he saw how God's people were being treated in Egypt?
Well, God wanted to use Moses to do something about it.
Well, Moses thought that it would be impossible because all the Egyptians hated him, and the Israelites didn't trust him.
But he knew that God would be with him, so he decided to take a shot.
And that brings us to an important lesson today. Next time you try something impossible, remember who God is.
The story about Moses isn't really how cool and faithful he is. It's about how big and powerful God is.
And we see this when God tells Moses his name. Memory verse.
God replied to Moses, "I am who I am, says to the people of Israel, I am, has sent me to you." God is saying that he has always been there and always will be.
His power and protection will never fade away. All Moses had to do was be brave and depend on God.
And it's the same for you kids. Next time you're facing something impossible,
Like acing that spelling test, remember how powerful God is.
and remember, we can rely on him to do great things.
Hey kids and parents, if you want to learn more about courage,
Or Moses, check out the links below.